North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has secretly made his first foreign trip. The reports first started when a train believed to be carrying a senior North Korean delegation.
Ever wondered what it's like to travel like a dictator? From luxurious private jets to secretive itineraries, we're diving into the mysterious travel habits of North Korea's supreme leader, Kim Jong Un. What are the hidden perks and privileges that come with being one of the most powerful men in the world? From the most extravagant destinations to the strictest security protocols, we're exposing the untold stories behind Kim's journeys. Whether you're a politics enthusiast or just curious about the lives of the elite, this video is for you. So, what are Kim Jong Un's travel secrets? How does a leader of such a secluded nation navigate the complexities of international diplomacy while maintaining an ironclad level of security? Let's explore the hidden travel habits of Kim Jong Un and what they say about his rule. One of Kim Jong Un's most unique modes of transport is his private train. The North Korean leader uses this heavily armored train to travel within the country and to neighboring countries. Unlike traditional government vehicles, this train is a complete fortress on wheels. Outfitted with luxurious interiors, state-of-the-art communications, and advanced security systems, Kim's private train is capable of moving with minimal notice. The train itself is a remnant of North Korea's past, but it's been modified for modern-day use. Kim Jong-un's train is not just for travel, it's a mobile headquarters, providing him with everything he needs to conduct business, maintain communications with his government, and keep him safe from potential threats. The train even has a fully equipped medical bay, making sure that no matter where he is, he has access to top-tier care in case of an emergency. But the train isn't Kim Jong-un's only option when he travels. For international trips, he relies on a customized aircraft, the Chamae-1. This jet is no ordinary plane. It's a high-tech armored vehicle designed for the leader's security. The Chamae-1 is equipped with advanced communication systems, anti-missile defenses, and a secure onboard network that ensures Kim stays in control no matter where he is in the world. When Kim travels by air, it's not just about the journey, it's about the message his travel sends. Every detail of his trips is calculated for maximum safety and control. His planes and trains are protected by a ring of military escorts, with fighter jets flying overhead to provide a barrier against any potential threat. These security measures are a direct reflection of the power Kim Jong-un holds within his own borders and his desire to project that power internationally. His security detail is impeccable. Along with his armored train and aircraft, Kim also travels with a team of bodyguards and high-ranking military officers who ensure his protection at all times. Whether he's on the road or in the air, every trip is a highly orchestrated operation, from the initial planning to the moment he reaches his destination. In 2018, the world watched in awe as Kim Jong-un embarked on a journey that would change the course of international diplomacy. This wasn't just any trip. It was the moment when Kim stepped onto the global stage in front of cameras, shaking hands with US President Donald Trump for the first ever summit between the two nations. The significance of the event went far beyond the political discussions that took place. It marked the culmination of years of North Korea's increasing military advancements and Kim Jong-un's careful navigation of world politics. But getting to Singapore, where the summit would be held, was no easy feat for Kim. The journey was a strategic operation, one that demonstrated his penchant for secrecy, control, and maximum security. To start with, Kim didn't simply board a plane and fly straight to Singapore. His route was meticulously planned to ensure that every leg of his trip was as secure as possible. Kim's first move was to travel to the Chinese border by train. Yes, Kim Jong-un's trusted, heavily armored private train. This was not a simple train ride. It was a fortress on wheels, equipped with sophisticated security measures and all the comforts befitting a dictator. As the train crossed through North Korea into China, it was not just the leader's journey being protected, but a highly orchestrated operation involving his inner circle, military leaders, and even medical personnel. The train's route was kept secret to prevent any outside knowledge of his movements, and this carefully planned secrecy was a reflection of Kim's desire to avoid any potential threats or intelligence leaks. Now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. Once Kim crossed into China, he switched from the train to air travel, boarding his customized aircraft, the Chamae-1, a jet that could not be mistaken for any ordinary government plane. This jet was equipped with cutting-edge technology designed to protect Kim Jong Un from any aerial threats. It was outfitted with anti-missile systems, jamming equipment to block potential electronic interceptions, and highly advanced communications equipment to ensure that no matter where Kim was, he could stay in control of North Korea's internal matters. The switch from train to air travel was carefully timed to avoid any gaps in security. Kim Jong-un's private aircraft flew directly to Singapore, with fighter jets accompanying him along the way. These jets weren't there for show. They formed an essential part of Kim's protection. They ensured that no aircraft could come too close to his plane, offering a protective perimeter in the airspace around him. As Kim approached Singapore, the level of security increased tenfold, with military personnel from both North Korea and the host country in place, ready to handle any potential threats that could arise. Upon arrival, the security measures were even more intense. Singapore, known for its impeccable control over safety and law enforcement, was chosen as the location for the summit precisely because it could ensure that Kim's security would never be compromised. Kim Jong-un's movements were closely monitored throughout the trip, with both public and private events carefully planned to minimize risks. But the travel itself wasn't the only significant part of the summit. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation. Cameras flashed as Kim Jong-un stepped onto the tarmac, the world watching every movement. Kim's arrival wasn't just a routine diplomatic visit. It was a carefully orchestrated public relations moment. Everything about the summit, including the trip, was meticulously planned to project an image of North Korea's growing stature on the world stage. The world saw a different Kim Jong-un at this summit. No longer just the secretive leader of a reclusive nation, but a figure who was capable of engaging with world powers on an equal footing. Kim used this summit to demonstrate North Korea's power, but also to express the country's desire for a shift in its international relations. The trip itself was symbolic. It sent a powerful message not only to North Korea's enemies, but to the rest of the world. By stepping out into the international spotlight, Kim was showing that his country was open to dialogue, on his terms. This summit wasn't just about policy and negotiations, it was about perception. The way Kim Jong-un traveled, the high level of security, and the meticulous planning of the trip all played into the narrative of power and authority that he wanted to craft for himself and for North Korea. The trip represented a shift in the global balance, where North Korea was no longer to be seen as a rogue state, but as a power capable of shaping the world's political landscape. Kim's ability to move in such an unpredictable way, despite all the barriers to communication and travel, revealed the true extent of his control over his country and his destiny. While the world may have been watching with skepticism and concern, the fact remained that Kim had positioned himself as a leader whose influence could no longer be ignored. His travel habits, then, were not simply about logistics. They were a show of strength, security, and a bold step into the future of North Korea's role on the global stage. Kim Jong-un's meticulously planned travels have not only shaped his personal image, but also had significant ramifications on North Korea's global reputation. The extreme security measures, the secretive nature of his movements, and his carefully orchestrated diplomatic trips are far from ordinary. They're designed to assert control, project power, and send a message to both allies and adversaries. The rare international trips Kim Jong-un has taken, especially his meetings with global leaders like U.S. President Donald Trump, have sparked widespread discussions about North Korea's place on the world stage. His travel habits, which emphasize security, secrecy, and unpredictability, reinforce his position as the leader of a nation that commands attention on its own terms. These trips are not just about diplomacy. They're about North Korea sending a strong message to the world that it will no longer be ignored. Kim's rare but high-profile travels show the world that North Korea is willing to engage with other countries, but only on its terms, with its own conditions and safeguards in place. While some view Kim's travel as a sign of progress and potential for diplomatic breakthroughs, others see it as a demonstration of his autocratic rule and the regime's insistence on maintaining strict control over both internal and external affairs. North Korea's leader has made it clear that his country's power lies not just in its nuclear capabilities or military strength, but in its ability to manipulate global perceptions and project an image of confidence and security. Kim's international trips also have a significant impact on North Korea's relations with its neighbors and other world powers. Take his travels to South Korea and the United States, for example. These historic meetings broke decades of tension and suspicion, yet they were executed with a level of caution and secrecy that left the world both intrigued and skeptical. The intense security measures and rigid control over his movements raised questions about North Korea's true intentions and whether Kim Jong Un was genuinely seeking peace or simply using diplomacy as a tool to further his own agenda. Kim Jong Un's travels also contribute to the cultivation of his larger-than-life persona. At home, the North Korean people see their leader as a figure of power, one who commands the world's attention through his every move. This is not just about maintaining control within North Korea. It's about strengthening his image as a ruler who can go toe-to-toe with the world's most powerful leaders. The carefully choreographed nature of his travels is designed to reinforce the belief that Kim is a powerful figure who is always in control, capable of wielding influence on the global stage, even in the face of international sanctions and isolation. At the same time, Kim Jong-un's international trips have stirred controversy and criticism. Many countries, especially the US and South Korea, remain cautious about North Korea's true intentions. Despite the high-profile summit meetings, Kim's travel habits, coupled with North Korea's continued missile tests and nuclear developments, have led some to question whether these diplomatic gestures are genuine or simply a strategic move to buy time and gain leverage on the international stage. The unpredictability of Kim's travel, his ability to surprise the world with sudden meetings and secretive trips, adds an element of instability to North Korea's relationships with other nations. Furthermore, the implications of Kim's travel extend beyond the political sphere. His journeys highlight the gap between North Korea and the rest of the world in terms of openness and communication. While Kim's travels have demonstrated that North Korea is willing to engage in high-stakes diplomacy, they also underscore the country's deeply secretive and closed-off nature. The contrast between the highly orchestrated nature of Kim's travel and the realities of life inside North Korea paints a stark picture of a regime that is both isolated and strategically calculating. Ultimately, Kim Jong-un's travel habits serve as a reminder of his leadership style. He is a man who thrives on control and precision, with every movement carefully planned to project an image of strength, power, and stability. His trips are not just about diplomacy. They are about maintaining the narrative of North Korea as a nation that refuses to be dictated to, a country that will carve its own path, regardless of the world's opinions. And for the rest of the world, the question remains: will Kim Jong-un's strategic use of travel continue to shape global perceptions of North Korea, or will his regime's secretive nature eventually catch up with him? Only time will tell. What do you think about Kim Jong-un's hidden travel secrets? How do his travel habits reflect his leadership style and his impact on international relations? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in more insights into North Korea's political landscape, be sure to check out our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more exclusive content.